One of the things I mentioned in my remarks yesterday is that we realized a couple of years ago that there were a lot of common things that our customers were experiencing. And that is what led us to develop Centro as a collaboration platform. What you find is that as you deploy and start to gain the value of having people getting access to the rich data assets, that you have processes and activity involving how that collaboration takes place, that you'd like to be able to put some automation to. And when we started talking to the customers that were using Centro to do some of those things, what we realized is that there was a need for a set of applications that spoke to the problems that most of our customers were experiencing. And that is really represented by the huge number of customers we have. About 3/4 of the almost 2,000 companies that we have are in the automotive supply chain. If not completely, they are there partially. Part of their business is serving that industry. And one of the things that is different about that industry, and this was a bit of a revelation for us, and I think worth sharing, is that it doesn't function like any other manufacturing industry out there. So let me ask you to just think or imagine if you were a manufacturer of bicycles. Okay? When you decide that there's a market opportunity to introduce a new model, or perhaps a new model in a specific region, all right, your marketing team will go out and assess what's the business opportunity that's out there. Your engineering team will start to design what it is that bicycle will be. Your procurement organization will begin to talk about sourcing parts. And as you develop this product, as you begin to build towards going to market with that product, as the manufacturer, you are in complete and total control of all the decisions that go into putting that product out into the market, how much you're going to pay for any of the commodities that you use, or for any subcomponents you have to purchase from other providers, all the way up to what price you charge the end user or the end customer for that product. In the automotive industry, it doesn't work that way. So you have a very small number of customers at the OEM level worldwide. So it's not a huge market in the sense of the number of OEM customers, but in terms of the volume of business they do and the complexity of the product, it's the biggest manufacturing industry on the planet. And in the automotive supply chain, the OEMs typically will ask a set of suppliers to bid on a portion of a design that particular supplier specializes in. They typically only have a matter of weeks to be able to turn around a quotation that commits that supplier to the price and delivery of the components that the OEM is requesting. And they are basing that on a set of information that people use Spinfire to translate into a form that they can understand it, so that they can communicate, they can collaborate on that with their colleagues, and comprehend what it is that they're trying, what they're being asked to bid on. And then there's a period for them of about 6 to 9 months, sometimes almost a year, where they actually have to figure out how they're going to make this, how they're going to build it. And what the customer, the OEM customer, knows about this process is they know exactly what the supplier's margin is going to be. So it becomes a very difficult thing to manage all the activities that go into building something that you have already committed to how much it is you're going to charge the customer. And it means that if you make a mistake, if you fail to communicate or collaborate or comprehend what it is that you have, and it's not based on something that the customer the OEM customer has asked you to change, then the cost of that mistake is borne entirely by you. It's not possible to pass it on to the customer. So it's a very different manufacturing environment. And what we realized was the Centro platform was just perfectly suited for being able to help people get their arms around how do I manage this activity. And what I would say is that that's driving the usage of Spinfire. You know, when we started talking to customers about helping us with the videos for this event, one of the things that we noticed was is that even though we were talking about Spinfire, very often in the conversation, it would come up about what the impact was on their ability to manage their programs and being able to deal with the life cycle of what that program is. So visualization, Spinfire has been used in that area, okay, since its inception. And what we've done with Centro and the APM applications is bring the power of managing the process around how you deal with your customers, how you deal with your suppliers, okay, and keep the key information that you need, okay, keep the key information that you need in front of people that need to know what activity is going on. Okay, so that is something that we have been working hard on. And as you heard from Ross, you know, visualization is such a critical part of that, that there's absolutely no chance that we're not going to continue to invest in both the desktop version of Spinfire, but also, very importantly, on the web version of Spinfire. So that's what I had to share with you about what our direction is, about some of the benefits that we think that we can deliver. What we've seen by introducing APM and making the decision to introduce it as a SaaS application in the cloud is that from the customers that have signed up, they are immediately able to get in, start to put together the program templates that they use to be able to manage that activity. And I just encourage everybody, you know, who's listening to, you know, go to the Actify website or follow us on Twitter, and you'll find out when it is that we're showing previews for people of what it is that the solution's able to do. And we'd really love to get your feedback about that. If there's anything I can tell you about this company, it is that we put ourselves in the shoes of our customers. And I think we've got a deserved reputation for being able to put something out that the customers, I think somebody said it best yesterday, is this is the backbone of our business. And we take it seriously that you trust us for that business.